Hey guys, this is your girl Camille and I'm in Jamaica. Okay, so I want to know, and this is a serious question. Why does everything in Jamaica take so long to get done? Why? Oh my God. I'm here and I'm here for a limited time. Please note, I am Jamaican. Yes. And I decided, you know what? I want to sort out my accounts. I've lost my, every time I go back and forth, I lose my cards, right? And I said, I want to get a replacement card. I already reported it from I was in the UK, so I know everything's on file already. I want to get a replacement card for each of my accounts, and I want to get a few things done. And I said, you know what? It's a perfect opportunity to get it done as soon as I arrive. So then I have all the rest of the time to deal with the wolf, to deal with everything else, right? Okay. The first stop was VMBF, Victoria Mutual Building Society. I usually go to New Kingston and it's quick, it's fast, everyone's so well spoken, so nice. That is my town, right? This time I decided to go to Maypen. I literally was there for 4 hours. Got in, told them what I needed, whatever. First of all, went to the cashier, speaking to her. She responded. I spoke to her about one transaction. I wanted to do it. She responded with an explanation. I responded back, like I said to her, I need a printout. I need to pay for a printout of my bank statement from last year until now, and I want two copies. She repeated back with something very different. And I said, no, statement last year, May until now, two copies. And I said, I'll pay for them. She's like, oh, you don't understand. I said, no, you don't understand what I just said. I understand what I said because I know I want two copies. Then she said to me, why do you need two copies? None of your motherfucking business. That's why. You don't need to know why. I need two copies for whatever reason I need it for. The fuck? I'm paying for this. Okay. Then I needed a card. They wanted source of income. Gave sources of income. They said, oh, it's not enough. I'm like, okay. And then the lady said, oh, how long am I here for? So I said, I've moved back to Jamaica. Little fib, but eventually I will be, right? Then she said, oh, so are you not a British citizen anymore? What does me being a British citizen have to do with me in being Jamaica? I'm Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica. Okay, yes, I grew up in the UK, but I am Jamaican. I have a Jamaican driver's license showing you, have a Jamaican passport, my TRN, my NIS, everything. What does that have to do with Britain? And I said, I don't see the relevance. So she's like, oh, are you able to travel still to the UK? And I was like, well, I would like to think so, seeing as I have a British passport. But what the fuck does that have to do with getting a replacement card? Anywho, I'm there. After 3 hours, I went up and I said, let me speak to a manager. Something very simple that could just be done in 10-15 minutes. Why am I here over 3 hours? The manager came back and said, oh, you're next in the queue. I said, no, there's a lady before me. She's like, oh, she's next, then you're next. I said, okay, how long is that going to be? She's like, oh, I'm not sure, maybe an hour, hour and a half. So I said, I'll be here for 4.5, going 5 hours. She's like, oh, you could come back tomorrow and you can come at 8:30 when the bank opens. I said, I was here today at 8:30. You want me to come back tomorrow at 8:30? Bear in mind, I was speaking patois, not English, but English patois, whatever. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. Can I book an appointment? She's like, yeah, but you have to wait in that queue to book an appointment. The queue she sent me in to book the appointment, this is how difficult they are. There's about 8 people in the queue. By the time I wait in the queue, I just went up to the teller and I said, withdraw everything out of my account. Leave enough to keep the account open. Withdraw everything. I'll go to another bank and put the money in and do what I needed to do today. because they don't understand, like, there's shit you need to get done, you know? And I'm like, without the card, I can't do it. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. And I don't like to walk around with cash because I always end up giving the wrong money and all sorts of shit. So I don't like to walk with cash. So spent just over 4 hours in VMBS in Maypen. Didn't leave with my card. Did get the statement. Didn't get any other thing done that I wanted to get done there. And just over 4 hours of my life went down the drain. Why? Didn't even get one thing done that day. Why? That's a whole fucking day. Why is it so slow? Why is it so long? I'm going to have to go to New Kingston to do the same thing that I wanted to do yesterday.